right, today we will be talking about Google Classroom. I find this to be a beneficial tool in the elementary school classroom, could be in the middle school classroom as well, high school. I've seen many teachers use it across the different grade levels, so I think it's something important that we can look at and talk about. First thing you'll need to do, you want to make sure that you are logged into a Google account. The way I usually do that, I just go to my Google Drive. It'll pull up my account information, and then I'll enter my password, and it will take me, wrong password. There we go. It will take me to my Google Drive. Once I'm there, I go back to my Google applications, and I select Classroom, looks like a little chalkboard, and I go, it will take me to my classes that I have. As you can see, I have several different classes here. Today we will look at how to create a class, how to add students, and how to create assignments in that Google Classroom. So let's go ahead and create a class. We will call this the Distance Education Classroom. You can add a section, you can add a subject that you're teaching, room number, whatever that may be. Go ahead and create the class. It takes a couple seconds to do so. Make sure that everything gets into the proper place. One of the things you can do, you can change the theme right away depending on what subject you teach. You can go to the theme. Maybe you teach English and history, math and science, arts, sports, other, and it will pull up different themes for you to look at that correspond with whatever subject you may teach. So I teach social studies and language arts, and I think this one would be appropriate for that. So I'd select that class theme, and that will change your overall color scheme and the picture up top. Next, we want to add people. So if we go up to the tabs at the top, you see Stream, you see Classwork, People, and Grades. If we go to People, you can see what teachers are part of the Google Classroom. We can also see what students are part of the Google Classroom. Obviously, we have none right now. I am the only teacher. You can invite other teachers. Maybe you teach on a team and you would all like to add assignments or see assignments students have done. So that's an option you could have. But let's look at students. If you go to add students, you can type in a name, an email. All of our students have Google accounts, therefore they all have Google emails and things that we can easily find them and type them in here and add them. That's one way you can add students. I find that a much easier way to add students, if we want to go back to the Stream tab here, you can see that there's a class code right here in the theme photo. If you click the button that says display and you have a projector, you can show that class code up front. Students can go to join a class and easily enter that class code, and they will be able to be populated right into your class much easier than trying to find every single student and add them based on their name or their email. So once we have students added, let's make that smaller. Once we have students added, we can take a look at some of the things that we can do for those students. So one thing we can do, we can share something with the class. If I click here, share something with your class, I can share an announcement. So let's say I have an article they need to read. I go to that article. Let's say I want to share this article about Mount Everest with them. So I can copy that URL. I can paste it into my classroom stream, post it, and now students are easily able to go to the article because they can see that I have my URL posted there instead of them trying to find this URL, them trying to type everything in correctly. It's just a very easy way to share something with them. A couple ways you can add assignments here. We could go to share something with your class. We can post different items here. Maybe there's an attachment you want them to view. Maybe there's something in the Google Drive, a video, a hyperlink. You can share it with all students. You can share it with specific students. Another way you can add items, if we go to Classwork, the Classwork tab up at the top, we go to Create. We can create an assignment, a quiz assignment, question, material, we can reuse a post from earlier. Maybe it's something we didn't get to, so we want to reuse that post and recycle that up to the top. I often create assignments for my students in here. It gives them a central hub to work from. So if we go to create an assignment, let's say something I have them do is an affix presentation each year. I can assign how many points. So let's say I want to just make this worth 30 points. We can make it due next week. Let's not worry about a topic right now. From here, I can add attachments. I usually like to add things from my Google Drive. A lot of my items are in Google Drive, so we can click our Google Drive button. It takes you right to your Google Drive. I can look for the affix presentation rubric. So if I want to search for my affix presentation, here I can attach the presentation rubric to this assignment. I like to keep it so that students can view this file, so I can make it that they can edit it, make a copy for each, but I'm just going to keep it at view so that they're not making any changes to the presentation rubric that everyone needs to use. If I go back to my Google Drive, I already have my template right here, so I can share my template with them. I've created a 4-slide template, and with this, I like to make a copy for each student. That way they don't have to share it back to me. Each student gets a copy, it's their own copy, and then they can use that copy to create their presentation. Another item I really like about this, if I click my drop-down arrow here, I can assign this project, up here, I can assign this project to different classes that I have. I can select all the classes I have, I can just do one class, and then I can assign that project. It takes a couple seconds to assign, and then once it is assigned, if students go to the classwork page, we can see that the affix presentation is there with the attachments that I have shared with them, or we can go to the stream and see that the affix presentation is there again with the things that they need to use in our Google Drive folder. We have our instructions, if there are any, we have the rubric, we have the template. If we go back to our home page here, we can see that there is also a grades tab. So we can select the grades tab. Our class doesn't have students, so we don't have any grades for them, but once projects have been finished, we can calculate the grades. Students can view their grades, and it's a great resource for parents to be able to go on and check out their child's grades just so they know how they're doing in class as well. And those are some of the basic ways that we can utilize Google Classroom in the different areas of education. Thanks for watching.